Okay, guys, I'm gonna do a sprint tutorial for y'all real quick on what we're gonna be working on when we come back. All right, we're looking at old Destiny right here. If you notice how she's on top of the arms are not out in front, and they're not creating a breaking point, something she has to work over. All right, notice that both shins are pointed back towards the ground. All right, notice that the butt is higher than the shoulders. All right, hips higher than the shoulders. All right, so first one of the things we gotta work on is stance. Now, if you look at it, I put the balls down on the track, tennis balls, so you can see the pushing and increase in stride length. But stride length comes from pushing. So the first thing the runner does is you drive out, and if you notice, I want you to notice something. You see that arm right there? That hand? And you see that knee? I want you to notice something. Whenever that hand goes down, that knee goes down. As long as that hand drives up, the knee drives up. But the second that the hand goes down, the knee must go down. All right? Now, as long as that knee is raising and that hand is swinging, you're allowed to push off that leg. The minute that you strike that hand starts to drop. If you notice, when the hand starts to drop, the foot comes off the ground. So there's no more pushing off that leg. So to get the full triple extension at the hips, the knee, and the ankle, you're going to have to drive those arms. Okay? You can't think of two spots at once, arms and knees. So, you're going to focus, drive those arms. This knee is going to follow that arm. So as long as that arm is driving, that knee is going to follow, and you're going to get a full extension. And what we're looking for, we say a full extension, being able to push all the way through as a runner, being able to push all the way through, and that's what we go to the weight room for. All right, moving to the next phase. It's the back arm is swinging, elbows away from the body. Okay, so, and I want you to notice something else. When that foot strikes, you see that foot is striking? It's striking down under what we call the center mass. Okay, right under the hip. The foot's not striking in front of the body, creating braking forces. All right, which then allows the runner, when they strike, that shin is in an angle, so you're pushing. Okay, so when we strike again, you're pushing. Strike again, you're pushing. And if you notice that the angle is starting to become more vertical, you see, pushing. See, so you naturally come up, and what we tend to look for is something along push, 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 push. As long as you're pushing, you gain the speed. Okay, but when we get that strike, still push. She made that adaptation, but now when that ankle starts to strike more vertically, here, you can't push no more. All right, but she's getting the hips over that, so we still get a little push there. Another thing, look at the ball on tennis balls. We have a strike here beside this ball. Then the next step, balls are 2 feet across. Okay, the next step, so that first step was 2 feet. This next step was 2.5. All right, then the next step, a little bit further. As we push, the stride length becomes further and further and further and further. But that comes from pushing. That's what gives you a big stride. How hard you push and get separation here. That's what we look for. We look for separation there, and separation there. All right? That will allow a person to drive with maximum force through their body. Okay? And that's what, if you notice, she's not looking down the track. Okay? She's looking straight, she's not looking down the track. Eyes are here. Okay? So sprinting is all about angles. All right? The goal is can we get this type of separation this far down the track? You see? All right. So I'll play it in slow motion for you. Faster.
Bam!
Play it one more time.
Set.
Let's to the feet. You hear the pushing.
Bam!